welcome back to my channel. It is Cree and I'm here with a kind of girl talk, get ready with me kind of chat. I need to create some content today, so I need to get my makeup together, get my makeup on my face, beat my face, whatever you want to call it. And so I decided to kind of just have a little bit of a girl chat and just talk about just kind of like some life and some random things and do my makeup. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. I am Cree and let's get started with this makeup look. I have already done my eyebrows, so that's already done. That takes me a little bit, so I thought I would kind of speed this up by already having that done. I have not put my powder on yet, so we shall do that because I kind of like to set my eyebrows after I do them, just so they don't get like super shiny later on in the day. So here we go with that. And I'm also going to have to step away because I forgot my I forgot my foundation, so we're gonna have to be coming back. And if I look this way, excuse me, I am trying to look in my mirror to make sure I get all of this done right. So, and excuse me if I stop talking. This is my first time doing this, so if I stop talking and start focusing on the makeup, you know, excuse me, girl, because I gotta get this thing together. But give me 2 seconds while I go and basically get this foundation, and I shall be right back. Hold on. Okay, y'all, I am back. And if you've been following me on Instagram or even on here, you know that I recently had a birthday and your girl just turned 40. I know, I don't look it. I look good. Yes. I've just turned 40 and just life seems to, I think, I've become a little bit more easygoing, and life not necessarily makes more sense, but I am willing to be more patient with how things unfold. And I think that is the wisdom of growing older, when you realize that things don't always have to go your way, and that they won't. Definitely life doesn't go your way at all. And the challenge is being able to be okay with things not always going your way. And so that's the thing, because I had a plan. I had this whole thing mapped out. You know, you always think when you're young, I'm going to reach a certain point and everything is going to come together, baby. No, that's not how it goes, because you got so many other things, other life forces, other people, other things going on that are beyond your control that will happen in your life, and that keeps things from happening exactly like you want them to happen. And plus, you aren't in complete control, and so therefore you don't know it all, and you don't know everything. And sometimes, a lot of the time, we don't know what we need. And so of course God knows what we need, and so he'll, you know, switch things up so so he can give us exactly what we need and the experiences that we need to have to get where we need to be. And so I am learning how to be surrendered to that, surrendered to God's plan for my life, without having to know all of the details and know everything that's about to happen. Okay, y'all, I'm about to do my eyes. That's usually the first thing I do is my eyes. It's just a routine that I've established, because if I get out of this routine or try to do something new, I'll forget a step. So this is kind of like the steps that I go through. And so the first step is always my eyes. And so I'm just going to do like a fun color today. I think I want to do like some yellow. So my base color, I want it to be like, to kind of be like close to my shade, so it doesn't stand out too much. And this is kind of like my blend color, so that I can blend everything together. And I am not a makeup guru. I do my face really well for the most part, but y'all, I am not a makeup artist. I just have been truly gifted in being able to do myself, and that's what I do. So I could probably give you suggestions, but please don't think in any way that I am a makeup artist. Okay. Anywho, but yeah, I just been a lot of learning how to especially give myself a lot more. And I'm using this color. What is this color called? This is a Morphe color, and it's called what is this? Flux. It's a Morphe color from the Morphe 3502 palette. So that's the color that I'm using right now as my base color. It's called Flux. And I'll put that in the description box, the things that I'm using on my face, so that you guys can kind of know. I'll just kind of put the step by step. Hopefully I will remember. Some of this stuff that I have is I've had for a little bit. So yeah, especially my brushes. I could probably barely see the numbers on there anymore, or even tell you where they're from. So forgive me. I don't still have all of that information, but here we go. But anywho, yeah, I've learned. I used to be extremely hard on myself. I used to be extremely hard on myself because I felt like I had to be doing this at a certain age. I had to be this place at this time, doing this thing, because when I finally got to that particular place, then that meant that life was good and everything was going to come together and everything was going to be perfect. That is a straight up lie. Like, you really have to learn how to be content in wherever space you are in your life. And if you are walking with God, to know that you are right where you need to be. If you're surrendered to his will, then you're going to always be right where you need to be. When you're in relationship with him, he's going to make sure you know that you are where you need to be. So I used to be so hard, or I used to push so much trying to make life look like I wanted it to look, and because I thought I knew what was best for me. But God has the perfect plan and the perfect picture of what he wants your life to be, and it's going to incorporate your personality, your likes, your dislikes, because he knows you, he created you. So a lot of times we get this concept of God that he doesn't know who we are, and so he's going to do something that's not us, but he knows exactly who we are, and he's going to do exactly what we need, and he's going to allow things to open up in the right timing. And like I said, he knows us, he sees you, he understands you, he loves you. And so he's going to make sure that whatever he does is tailor-made for you. And I think sometimes we forget that God's plan for our lives is a good plan. And sometimes we look at that, we get scared because we're like, oh God, God's gonna, make us go through hardships, but life is hard anyway. Like, regardless of that, life is hard. Like, whether you're following God or not, life is going to give you some stuff, and it's going to be difficult at some level. So you just have to, understand that, period. Like, life is just going to be hard. My next step here is going to be putting on, this is my drama right here. My drama is always going to be my eyes. So I'm making some drama on my eyes. This is a old palette that I've had for a very long time. So please don't ask me what it is or where the colors come from. Y'all just gonna get these colors. You're just gonna get this yellow today. Okay. But yeah, I'm gonna put some. You got a palette, you got some yellow, you can follow along with me. And so that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to find like my favorite. This is not it, but it's a Morphe brush, but it's not my favorite, but we're gonna use it today because this is what I can find. And we're gonna try to pack on this yellow. It's not giving me the greatest color payoff, and I think because it's this brush. So let me just find a better brush so I can get the color payoff. Let me see if this one works so I can get the color payoff that I really want right now. because this is super powdery, but this is gonna have to do right now because it's all I got. So we gonna make it work, y'all. We gonna make it work. And yeah, so that's the thing that I've learned throughout my 30s. I just had to learn to really give myself a lot more grace and be a lot more patient with myself and not fall apart when life didn't present to me exactly what I thought like I deserved or I wanted at the time that I wanted it. And sometimes I look back and I'm like, thank you, Lord, that you did not give me what I thought I wanted. So I learned how to really, really trust God more in the process and allow myself to go through the process and go through the growing pains and go through the growth, because you always, there's always a benefit, and you always come out so much better on the other side. And that's what I've been able to do, just come out so much better on the other side of all of it. I become a better person. I feel so much more whole, and I feel so much more myself than I felt when I was thinking that I was in control. I feel like more of myself now that I've surrendered to God, then, because my identity is so affirmed in Him, than I felt when I was out here thinking I knew it all and had all the answers, and my life was just I was doing the most, trying to, get this image of what I thought was the picture perfect life and the picture perfect career. And so, yeah, so I don't even know if that yellow is even really showing up on camera. It is very soft. So let me see if I can find something to like pack onto that, because it is super soft and it's not giving me the payoff that I want. But I might have to go with it, y'all. We're gonna make it work, because sometimes you just gotta make it work, honey. But we might just have to make it work. I have like this little neon yellow that's up here, so let's see if I can, yeah, there it goes, make it a little bit brighter for y'all so we can see it, because it's almost looking like my skin complexion. Y'all, I need some sun. It is like, I need some sun bad. COVID has had us in the house way too long, and your girl needs some sun. I shall be getting some soon, and I will be taking y'all along with me with me getting some sun. So that is that on that. But anywho, back to what I was saying. Yeah, just in this season of my life, just to learn what it means to give myself grace and trust God and trust the process, and not try to force things, and also not allow people to force me into the image that they think I should be. And that is so important to me, because I may not act like, my career right now at the present moment is an attorney, and I may not act like, I know I don't dress or particularly act like the typical attorney. And so a lot of people have tried to put me in a box and have tried to, make me feel like, oh no, you have to be this way or you have to be that way to fit this mold. And I refuse to be, pigeonholed or told that I have to look a certain way or be a certain way or have a certain personality to be good at what I do. I'm very good at what I do. I'm learning that it's not particularly for me anymore, but I still am good at what I do. And it had nothing to do with the fact that I love fashion or I love makeup or I love color or whatever that those outer things had nothing to do with my intelligence or my ability to do my job well. And I think people have always tried to put me in a box or dim my light because they feel uncomfortable with the way that I approach life, Sometimes the way you approach life makes people uncomfortable because they're not approaching life the same way. And so, because I've always approached life with like fervor, I've always, you know, been a very determined, feisty person when it comes to being the best of me I can be. So that's not always easy for people to swallow. And so they try to put you in a box, and I fought very hard to get out of that box. And so now I'm really like living in the results of not being in that box, if you feel what I'm saying. Anywho, the next thing I'm about to do is, what color? I'm gonna put this brick. Should I put brick or terracotta? I think I'm gonna put this terracotta color from the Morphe palette on the edges of my eye, just to give it some depth. It's kind of light. It's kind of not coming out the way I thought, but I'll have like a cute little yellow natural look, basically. So we'll work with it. We'll work with it. Not gonna get all bent out of shape. We just gonna work with it. Anywho, but yeah, just not putting myself in a box and trusting God with the process of my life was one of big life lessons, and also not allowing other people to put me in a box. And you know, one other thing that is super crucial and vital as well is boundaries, honey. Boundaries are your best friends. And I used to feel like I had to be everything for everybody. And I had to go out of my way to make everybody feel extremely comfortable being around me and comfortable with who I am naturally. And I realized that I don't have to do that. And I realized that if you're not, you know, not even, I hate the word like serving, something like that, but I've learned how to create space in my life when I feel like, you know, a person or thing is, you know, just creating bad energy or bad vibes, you know, in my life. I'm just blending, y'all. Bad vibes or, you know, bad energy in my life. I know how to, you know, distance myself, or create distance, or create positive, you know, boundaries. And it's not just like, okay, I'm just gonna cut this person off and I'm just not gonna be around them. But I've learned how to just, you know, just step back, and also learn how to learn people, understand people, and allow people to be who they are. You know what I mean? And I can't change anybody. I can't change how a person feels about me. I can't change how a person decides and chooses to live their life. But if it's not vibing with the way that I live or the choices that I've made, it's okay. I get that. I understand that. And so my expectations are different. And I learned how to manage my expectations for certain people in my life so that I don't get disappointed, so I don't get hurt. And that's a good boundary. We sometimes think of boundaries as, okay, I'm just not going to be around that person or whatever. But boundaries are also learning how to manage your expectations about what a person can offer you and what a person can do for you. You manage your expectations about that person because it'll keep you from being disappointed. Everybody can't be everything that you need them to be. And it's important to understand that. What am I putting on my face now? I'm putting on my face this Marc Jacobs. I found this in Marshall's, y'all. This Marc Jacobs facial primer. So that's what I'm putting on my face right now because I'm getting ready to put on my foundation. So we're going to do that really quickly. Put on this foundation, y'all. Do this really quickly. So I can get my life together. Y'all. So, and this, you know, feels so good going on, and it just gets your face all smooth and ready for this foundation. Yes. Okay. But yeah, y'all. So yeah, managing your expectations is one of the first things of creating boundaries is that because like I said, we have we get mad at people because they're not who we want them to be. And everybody, even God allows you to choose him, and everybody gets a choice in this life. And so we can't make people be who we want them to be. We can't make people act like we want them to act. So it's so important and vital that you, like I said 20 million times thus far, manage your expectations so you won't be disappointed. Sometimes we're pointing the finger at the other person when we need to decide how we're going to make a decision, how we're going to respond in any given situation, because we're not responsible for how they act, but we are responsible for how we act, and we have to be held accountable for how we respond to people. So if you know a person is going to act a certain way, why are you mad? Or why do you keep putting yourself in that same situation with that person when you know what the end result is going to be with that person? That's crazy. And what we want to be mad and blame the person for not being who we want them to be, when we should already, know, hey, this is how that person is. This is their personality. This is what they're choosing. Okay, how do I respond to that? Do I respond to that by being around that person less? Do I respond to that by managing my expectation? You have to take ownership for the part that you play in the entire thing. I'm putting on this BECCA foundation. I love this foundation for summer because it makes you look all glowy and pretty and stuff, the way you want to look in the summer. Less matte and a lot more glowy. And it's the BECCA Aqua Luminous Perfecting Foundation. And yes, I got this from Marshall's too, y'all. And what? Yeah, so that's why I love Marshall. I'm telling you, you got to find your Marshalls, honey, and you will get all the things that you need. Okay, love, so I went ahead and I put on my foundation. So this is how the foundation is looking right now, and I'm getting ready to put on my why do I always forget the name of this thing? Every time I try to think of it, I forget the name. Concealer. Yes, I'm getting ready to put, I need to really buy the NARS cream and concealer. I need to buy another. I ran out a long time ago, and I was been trying to use other things ever since, and it's just not giving me the same look that I love. But for right now, I'm just going to use this this BR, what is this? Black Radiance. It's a color corrector, but concealer. I'm going to use this for now, for the moment. Not trying to do anything super, super fancy today, but just getting the job done, basically. And so I'm going to put this concealer on. As you'll see, I'll put under my eyes, here, and I don't really like concealer on my forehead for some reason. I don't feel like it does anything or it adds anything. For some people it does, but for me, I never get anything out of it, so I usually don't put it in this area right here. So here we go. And like I was saying, just learn the value of boundaries and the value of acceptance of other people, and also self-acceptance. So you have to learn how to accept yourself for who you are and grow from there. And then you also have to learn how to accept other people for the choices they've made, or how they choose to exist in the world and who they choose to be. Because everybody can't be everything that we need them to be. And we have to know that. Even in our relationships and our friendships, we have to decide like how deep our friendship. I'm trying to reach over, y'all, to put some water on this beauty blender so I can blend this all in. But we have to decide, like, everybody can't be your best friend. Everybody can't hold that space. Everybody doesn't have what it takes to hold that space in your life. So you have to understand that, and you have to be clear about that, so you just don't get mad at people for not being who you expect them to be. Like, of course, initially it's going to be hard. Like, yes, I have gotten my feelings hurt a lot of times for thinking that a person was going to be something different in my life, and it turned out that they couldn't be the friend that I needed or the person that I needed. in that space. And I just, it hurts, it breaks your heart. I'm not saying that it's something that is like super easy to get over, but it's something that as you grow, you learn to like, okay, accept it, be okay with it. And then I'm not saying that you just have to, throw the person away, but just know that they can't be that person that you need them to be in that given moment. And people's position changes, they grow, people evolve, people change, hopefully. People evolve, grow, and change. And you can revisit it later if it comes to that. But if it never does, then you can decide how you want to approach it, hopefully in a healthy way, how you want to approach people and approach, your relationships, and approach it in a way where we're not just like canceling everybody out, but we're still finding a healthy. Some people you're gonna have to cancel out. That's just a given. Some people just gonna get canceled out. But some ways where we can hold space for people and allow people to grow and change. And that's very important too, is just holding space and allowing people, because sometimes we get so stuck in our image of what a person, excuse me, y'all, of who a person used to be, and we don't give them a chance to change and become a new person. And so we will always want to hold that person to who they used to be to us, instead of giving them an opportunity to grow and change and, make up for whatever it was that they did. So, some people will do that. Some people will grow and change, and you can still hold space for that person in a healthy way. You know what I mean? My next step in this whole makeup look is, I still have this Sacha Buttercup, y'all. This is an OG. This is an OG powder, but I usually it's setting powder that I set my concealer with. It is definitely OG, but I still use it, and I still set this under eye honey and set my concealer with it. I'm also drinking my little juice right here. It's basically just flavored water. It's not even juice. It's like a goji berry mix with water. Trust me, it is not sweet at all. But it's healthy to get some of that superfruit stuff in your system, y'all. So that is what I'm drinking. If you see me drinking it and you're like, what is this mysterious orange stuff that this girl is drinking? That is what it is, honey. So this is just me. I'm using the camera and my mirror to kind of pat this in there. And once I have that on, then I use this time to kind of finish out my eyes and do a little bit of contouring and yeah. So, but yeah, y'all, we don't have to just cancel everybody, and just because they can't be what you think you need at any given moment in your life, you can still leave room for people to exist in your sphere. That's why you create healthy boundaries. That's why you manage your expectations, because a lot of people, I don't really get mad at people a lot anymore, because once I understand who they are, because I'm the type of person, I've always been like this. When I was small, people used to think I was shy. I don't think I was necessarily shy, just I wasn't a people person, and I was very much an observer. I'm still am an observer of people's behaviors. And so, it's always important to me to step back and observe. And once I get a kind of a feel for who you are, then I make a decision. And that's how, I'm dropping things, y'all. Sorry. But that's how I move through my life. And so once I observe, I see certain things, even at the beginning relationships where you're developing friendships, once you observe certain things and you're like, okay, well, either this is a keeper, or this person is going to be this type of friend, so I can't expect this person to be this type of friend. And so you have to kind of and really put people in certain levels of friendship in your life. You kind of have to like categorize people and put them in certain positions in your life, so that because people are not bad people just because they can't meet a particular need in your life. You know what I mean? And I think that's what we do. We make people bad people just because they can't meet a particular need for us. We paint them as bad people, and that's not true. Anywho, y'all, I'm about to do this contouring, and then I'm gonna get to work on finishing up my eyes, and then we'll be pretty much done with this makeup look. But here we go. But yeah, those are some of the like crucial lessons that I've learned. And I'm using this Morphe palette to contour. Trust me, y'all, it's gonna look a lot better than this. It's just I'm kind of like packing it in right here, but it's gonna look better, I promise. When I blend it all in. But yeah, that is so important. And like this whole cancel culture, and it's like people, you know, their relationships evolve and they grow and they change. We change as people. Sometimes we grow a little bit faster than others, and so we just have to be mindful of that. And we, you know, be honest with people, and you can take a step back, but just be honest and be true to yourself in the process. And, you know, and just as you're being honest and patient with other people, be honest and patient with yourself. And I think my trouble has always been like me being super hard on myself. Not necessarily hard on other people, but like super hard on myself. That has always kind of been like my trouble. I've always been like harder on myself than anybody else. And yeah, it's one of the things that I have definitely been working on, and, you know, learning how to, you know, just, you know, live in the moment, be content in where I am, and know that I'm in a good place, and know that who I am in that place, and not allowing a job or a place that I'm in my life define, you know, who I am. And I'm using this MAC eyeliner to line my bottom lash. I like to blacken out my bottom. I don't really wear any eyeliner on top anymore, but I do blacken my lower eyeline. So yeah, you know, I think I'm a pretty ambitious person. And so when you're ambitious like me, and you're a go-getter, and you just want so much more out of life, you can kind of be hard on yourself. And so, you know, I've been trying to be, and I have been being, not even trying, but I've been doing a lot better in that area of my life, and just being present in this particular moment of my life, and enjoying it, and enjoying all that it is to offer. Because at 21, you couldn't tell me that I wasn't, at 40, I wasn't going to be married with some kids and all of that good stuff. And not to say that those things aren't great and good, and not to say that I still want those things, but at the same time, I am enjoying the moment of my life, because I've been able to enjoy a full adult life and really enjoy this season of my life. And whenever it ends, it ends. And I can say that if it, you know, not to say that I wanted to continue on this way, but if I had to live like this for the rest of my life, I think I would be okay, because I know that God's got me, and He understands me, and He knows, you know, what's best for me. So, but y'all, don't get it twisted. I do not want to be doing this for the rest of my years, honey. No ma'am. And yeah, I'm just putting a little mascara on my bottom lashes, but no ma'am. No ma'am. That is not what your girl want to be doing. I do want me a man. I do want me a husband, y'all. And that's the thing too. Sometimes in culture, like, it's like this craziness of 1 minute is like, be like, in order to be content as a single person, you can't want a husband. And then, you know what I mean? Or, you know what I mean? So it's like this weird thing where it's like, okay, in order for me to enjoy my single season, I can't want to be married. And that's like, one doesn't, they're not mutually exclusive. Like, you can want to be married and want to have a family, but still enjoy your single season and be cool. Like, and I'm wiping off my my setting powder down here, and then I'm going to set my whole entire face so I can get these crazy lines off right here. But yeah, it's like, you don't have to. They're not mutually exclusive. Like I was saying, they're not mutually exclusive. You don't have to, you know, one doesn't cast out the other. Like, you can be good in your single season and still want to be in a relationship and want all of that good stuff. And it doesn't make you miserable, and it doesn't make you desperate, and it doesn't make you thirsty. You know what I'm saying? I mean, not to say that they're not desperate and thirsty people out there. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying that I'm putting on this BECCA Cosmetics setting powder. So that's what this is. And it's more closer to my skin tone, so I can kind of set all of it together and blend it in. So that's what I'm doing now. But yeah, like, you can want those wonderful things, and it doesn't make you desperate, and it doesn't make you unhappy in the season that you're in. Like, no. So you don't have to be like, you know, super single. Because I think that's what sometimes people, you know, kind of, even sometimes in the church, it's like, you're supposed to be like super single and super content, and you're supposed to, like, you know, not want anybody, and then that's when the man comes. Like, no, that's not everybody's story, and that's not always true. And, you know, you can want things in certain season of your life without it making you desperate or making you like unhappy in that season. So how am I looking? Yes, honey. So yeah, this was a kind of like a simple little makeup look. I just wanted to invite y'all into my little process here, and just, you know, where I am in life in general. And I'm going to put on some blush. So let's see what color. I want some blush that is more, and y'all gonna see that I love Morphe, so most of this stuff is Morphe. So y'all gonna see that I absolutely love it. But and so let's see, I'm gonna use trying to see what I'm matching. I'm just gonna use with this Morphe color. I got it on my finger, a little bit of my nail. This color here, Queen, right here, on my cheeks. And this is good. It has a really good color payoff, so you don't have to put on a whole lot. But yeah, y'all, those are some of the, you know, the lessons I've learned, you know, in this last decade of my life, and, you know, going into my 40s. I just feel more like me. I feel great. I really do. It really feels good to feel like yourself, to feel like you're truly being your authentic self. And that's why I'm making career changes and all that, because I want all of my life to connect. I don't want to have to compartmentalize my life. I want everything to flow into I want my whole self to flow into every area of my life. I don't want to have to be somebody different in this area and then be somebody different in this area. I want my life to flow, and I want to be able to show up as my best self in every area of my life. And I wasn't doing that before. And like I said, I had to kind of compartmentalize, you know, my life into certain little areas, because I just, you know, because I wasn't happy, especially in my career. So I had to kind of cast that off to the side and then try to operate in the other areas of my life, and I found that that was not working, that it doesn't work like that, and that unhappiness or that not being aligned in that area will bleed into other areas of your life. And so, you know, I was stuck in that place for a minute, but I am not stuck in that place now. And yes, child. And I'm going to use this Driven as my highlight, because this is the bomb highlight. I don't know who uses this as a blush, but it is the bomb highlight on my skin tone, baby. So I'm going to use that and just highlight these areas here. Y'all see it's starting to pop out a little bit. Yes, honey. And yeah, so basically, you know, that's where I am in my life right now. And I am just enjoying this whole journey and figuring out YouTube and figuring out, you know, my next steps. And I realized also that I don't have to have all the answers, and I don't have to always know what's around the corner, because I know who I serve, a God who knows what's around the corner. So not to say that you shouldn't plan, but I make my plans at the feet of God. You know, I make my plans with him in his presence, so that I know that I'm aligned, so that I know I'm going in the right direction, so that I know that I am doing the right thing. Okay, now for some lipstick, because this look came out a lot more like natural and like neutral than I thought it was. I thought that yellow was gonna pop a little bit more, but it did not. And so basically I'm gonna try to find like either a poppy lipstick or something fun, something springy and fun for my lipstick look. So let's see. Got a whole bunch of MAC in here. So let's see. I love my candy Yum Yum, but it's like super bright. It's like that vacation color look. Like, I think I know what I'm gonna use. If I can find it. I want to use my Flat Out Fabulous. Oops, somebody is texting your girl. But maybe my Flat Out Fabulous. I want to kind of wear that. This is Heron, but I don't know if I want a yellow. I don't know if I want a purple look today. So let's try something else. There we go. My Flat Out Fabulous. It's like the perfect spring color without doing the most. So here we go. And yeah, lay on this lipstick. Yeah, I like. Since the yellow didn't come out, since it came out looking more neutral, this is extra cute. So now I'm going to go and take my hair down and get myself together so I can make this content. But I thank you all for joining me, and I hope you enjoyed this little Cree Talk. I usually do Cree Talks. I try to do them every morning. I don't always get to them on Instagram, but I try to do my little Cree Talks every morning. Just a little bit of motivation and inspiration, and kind of giving you a glimpse into my day and my mental process each day. And so if you want to, I would love for you to join me over on IG as well. Follow me, Cree_IN_heels, Cree in Heels on IG. And yeah, follow me there and join me there. And also, of course, follow me here. Hit that subscribe button and also hit that notification button so you will know when I have posted a new video. And yeah, and also give me a thumbs up if you like this video. It'll let me know if I should do more content like this, but I'm trying to get the content flowing and get all this stuff out to you guys so that it'll be a consistent, constant flow of YouTube videos. So yes, I hope you enjoyed our little talk today, and I hope to see you soon. Light, love, and blessings. Peace.